Yo, what's going on? I'm just going to go ahead and give a quick demo of this little game I play on my iPad called CSR2. The car that you see right now is called a Bugatti Chiron. This is the CSR2 red edition of that car. Right now, I have about 18 garages worth of cars. I'm going to go ahead and scroll on through from the beginning. Actually, I have 19 garages, but these final 5 cars plus this, excuse me, these final 5 cars actually need to be stripped and sold on out there. So I'll go ahead and do that right now as we give this little demo of the game. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick tuning setup so you can see how that operation works. So in order to strip a car, you click on the little info button over here on the right, and you click the little strip icon on the bottom left. Pops up and it's like, hey, you're going to strip a car. It's going to cost this much money. Do you want to go ahead and do that? You can select yes or no. If you have any fusion parts on that car, or if you have any stage 6 upgrades on that car, it's going to cost you some gold in order to strip those components off of the car. Really super easy to do though, but you just go ahead and click a couple buttons, you spin the gold, and boom, it's taken care of. So I'm going to hit yes now. Now, in response for me stripping that car, I'm going to go ahead and get me back some fusion parts for it. So right now with this car, as you can see, I got an uncommon one. That's a green. I got a rare one. That's a blue. I got another rare one. Now I got a red one. That's an epic. And I got a stage 6 part out of it. Now the cool part about that is if I actually didn't have those parts available, I can currently take those fusion parts, place them onto any Mercedes-Benz, because that was a Mercedes that I stripped, or the stage 6 part. Since that was an A45, I can put that stage 6 part onto my A45 if I didn't need it. If I needed it. I currently don't need it because my car is already maxed out. So now you see what a demo of what it looks like when you strip a car. Now I'm going to show you when you strip a car that's actually loaded up, that has a whole bunch of fusions on it, and all your stage 6 upgrades, what it looks like and what it costs to actually have that car stripped. So I'm going over to a car that I won on a prize. And this car here is the 570 VX by McLaren. Now when I strip this car, you see in the upper right hand corner I have 21,910 gold coins. When I hit strip, it tells me it's going to cost me 18,590 gold coins to strip it, plus $100,000. Now in order to strip that, they got to take off 128 fusion and 7 stage 6 parts. So we're going to go ahead and click no. And we're going to go ahead and keep that car in the garage. As you can see, the value is $3,150,000. And for the demo of how to tune a car, we're going to go ahead and do this Continental GT Speed. I haven't tuned that one because I keep adding parts to it. Currently, it's 42 of 42 upgrades and 101 of 110. Now, when you tune, you hit the tune button. You slide your nitro any direction that you want to. When you slide it, that upper corner right up above the name says plus 717 now. Now when I slide it to the right, that plus 17 is going to go up to plus 736. Same thing with final drive. This is how fast your car ultimately will go. The key component about speed is not necessarily about how fast you go with the top out speed, but how quickly you get to the end of the quarter mile if that's what you're running, or the half mile if that's what you're running. So in this particular case, when I slide this on over here, that number goes up even higher. I can slide it over here, you'll see that number goes down even lower. So you have to balance out your adjustments to be able to maximize that number. Those numbers can be very misleading sometimes because some cars don't need the full number to have their full potential. The same thing with tires. You can adjust your tires any way that you want to. And we're going to go ahead and do a test run real quick. Test run is free, doesn't cost any gas. We're going to go ahead and confirm that. Right now we have audio picking up from the game, but I don't believe I'm recording the audio into this, so only thing you're hearing right now is just me talking. And the timer ticks down, you release it. As you can see, this car has a very fast shifting pattern for it. I'm all the way up to 8th gear, nothing else I have to do on it, but I'm topped out at 210 miles an hour. So my fastest speed is 10.5, and we're going to see here 10.578. Now, if I want to know how fast the car can go based off of different setups, I can do the dyno, and let's see if I ran that. It's going to cost me $250 for a tier 5 car. And look, it says I can run a 10.119. Now, speed is going to be based off of your shifting as well, so it's not necessarily about how quickly you can get there. But there's adjustments that you can always do to make this car go faster. And that right there is going to conclude our quick little demo of CSR2. Thanks.